I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
Yes, our Black Stars are done with another World Cup preparatory game, and tonight was against the Dragon of Woes. It ended up 1-1 on the 66 minutes. Our very own Caleb Plenty scored the first goal for the Black Stars, and 90+3. This was very frustrating to we Ghanaians. They had their equalizer through Luis Kumas. We need to talk comprehensively about the game, the performance of our Black Stars, and be very honest to our Black Stars going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. Before that, I have these 3 questions for you guys. The first one is, what came into your minds when you saw the lineup tonight against Wolves? Personally, I was looking forward to seeing more from these players. And of course, they proved to me that they are reliable and ready for the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. And the second one is, which player met your expectations? Personally and arguably, it's Jonas Ajeti. He was a pillar at our back lines. In fact, he was a rock of Gibraltar. He did extremely well. And my third question to you guys is, what is your general assessment of the Black Stars team in tonight's game against Wolves and the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament? Yes, we did well, but it was not extreme. More room for improvement before the commencement of the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament, and even our first game against Panama on the 17th of June 2026. So this is a quick one about the questions. You have to leave your thoughts decently in the comment box. Everyone has to share your take. At least you watch the game. If you've not watched the game, you have the highlights on the platform. You can enjoy every bit of moment to give an account of what's happened and my questions to be answered decently in the comment box. Now let's have some excerpts of the game. Let's talk about how we scored, how they scored, how we can improve on going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. This is the first goal from Caleb Plenty through the efforts of Ernest. Let's enjoy it together. Yes, from their goalkeeper, they started moving around the center circle. Kudos to Brandon Thomas Asante. To Ernest Nuamah, yes, he decided to move to Caleb Plenty, Nuamah to Renchi, to Nuamah moving, taking that risk, that composure from Caleb Plenty, and it's a beautiful goal for our Black Stars through the efforts of Caleb Plenty and Ernest Nuamah. Now let's talk about the goal, how things happened, and so far how we can improve, do more things surrounding this goal. Ernest Nuamah was very instrumental in creating this chance. He deserves the credits in terms of his directness, the risks he took, in terms of his movements. Just look at that decision making from Ernest Nuamah right from the center circle with Caleb Plenty moving through their 18 box, finishing beautifully with that composure, with the opportunity created by Ernest Nuamah through the efforts of Caleb Plenty. That was from these players, and I have to compliment them for their efforts. Now, looking at how things will be for us, we need more goals. We need more goals. This one goal project will not be enough for us going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament, and we have to improve on. Let's also check out how we consider the goal. Personally, I'm not against any player, but it is what it is. We have to talk honestly to the players. They have to know that these are the players going to represent us at the World Cup. Over 30 million population, you've chosen only 26 to 27 players to represent us, and you have to do your best. Quickly, let's check out how they scored and they got their equalizer. Just look at their movements. This is what people are talking about. Paparaman, just look at Paparaman, run. Just look at that effort from Nico Williams. And it's ended up a goal for them. That is what I've said. I'm not against any player, but Paparaman was beaten softly. This was a glaring error that he saw coming, but still committed it. You saw the player moving, that is going to cross. At least you have to be very pacey to catch up, clear the ball. But you didn't move. You were nonchalant. I was like, why? Is he frustrated? Or no, that is really disturbing going into the World Cup. 3.5 years. He has now tasted the game for the Black Stars again. He's an experienced player, and we are hoping to see more from him. At least the best going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. We have only 2 left backs in this squad list for the World Cup: Gideon Mensah and Paparaman. Gideon Mensah, I'll talk about him in the course of this video, but we can do more. Major blenders like this are not needed going into the World Cup, because your opponents can capitalize on these things to have a win against you. You might dominate right from the onset, but at the end of everything, the scoreline is what matters most. So we have to work on some of these things to know the best going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. One thing we should also note that protecting last minute goals or goals scored are very crucial in major competitions, and last minute goals are very frustrating to you, the players, to we, the fans, to the technical team, and to everyone. So we have to work on them. The technical team needs to come up, team up, look at our concentration levels. They have to look at our defensive positioning, game changing and game management, everything concerning defending, because it took me to the match against Mozambique in the last two AFCONs, and I was like, anytime Ghana you will score, people will come back and equalize, and later on you'll be left frustrated and disturbed. Some of these things are not needed. Okay, we have to look at things, work on them, and know how best we can dominate. I'm not against any player. As I stated, we are here for the honest truths going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. Now, let me talk about some of the players. Marvin Sanaya has really proven he has given a good account of his debut game for the Black Stars. This is a superb player, a pillar at the back lines. He's a good progressor of the ball. Defending, he is very good. Sprinting in, sprinting out, taking crosses into the opponent 18 box. He is a perfect number 3 for the Black Stars. I'm okay now because I was contemplating as to if Ali Ducedo is not performing, who is going to be the best fit for the Black Stars in the right back position after missing Tarek Kwame and Tilamti. But this is Marvin Sanaya to prove to we Ghanaians that he's ever ready for the Black Stars. And some of these things are the questions that we do ask ourselves. That's why is it that Otuado, you had Marvin Sanaya in your team, but in a post-match, you told us that you are finding challenges with a right back position and you don't have any right back within your team. I don't know. Some of these things, coaches need to be a former by because it's very frustrating having these players on your bench and still coming to complain and telling Ghanaians that you don't have players in the team in those specific positions. So let's see how things will be for the Black Stars. And for Jonas Ajete, I really admired his performance. A lot of people were talking about how things have been in the previous pre-World Cup games, but he was here to revitalize his football career. He was the pillar at our backlines. With the absence of Alexander Kwabena-Jiku, Salisu Mohammed, and other key players at the backlines, we have Jonas Ajete to do the job. He has now become a reliable player going into this World Cup tournament. He did everything. He was very audacious. His fearless boldness, he took risks, and everything was perfect for him in the back lines. We are wishing him the very best of luck going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. So these are some of the things we have to talk about the players. Some of the excepts that I got to know with Gideon Mensah, more room for improvements. He's not pacey. Just look at some of the runs. If you get a pacey winger, how are you going to dominate? Just look at how Bukayo Saka will be taking you on. There are certain things we have to work on. At times, we have to be very honest with ourselves. You are not as old as you are. Just look at your age and so you can't run. Nico Williams is taking you on as he likes, and things are not going on well. Now, let's talk about the game statistics. I'm much impressed with everything, and you need to look at the statistics of the game of the Black Stars versus Wolves tonight. The first one is ball possession. They played better than us. They outplayed us. 66% against 34%. Big chances created. They created 4 big chances. We created only 3 big chances. Total shots, they had 18. We had 11. Goalkeeper saves. They saved 5. We also saved 2 through the effort of Lawrence Atizigi in the first half. He was superb in the first half with those 2 saves. Corner kicks, they had 5. We had 4. Fouls, we committed 13. They committed only 7. Passes, they had 622 passes. We had 322 passes. There were 300 more passes than us, meaning we have to work on our passes. Tackles, they had 8. We had 13. And with free kicks, they had 13. We had 7. Yellow cards, we had 2. They had 0. And these are some of the things. So everything clearly tells us that they outplayed us. They dominated. Though tactically you were disciplined on one or two aspects, we proved ourselves in the second half, right from the start of the second half to some parts of the second half. As we were approaching the latter part of the game, I don't know whether you were very excited that this game you've won, but it was later ended up being in that draw with Wolves, and you need to work on some of these things to know how best we can dominate. So these are some of the interesting revelations from the game. And with the players' performances, as I stated, it's only Jonas Ejei-Ajete who played a full total for the Black Stars. He wasn't changed in the game. With Jordan Pierre-Ayew, captain of the team, he did his best, though he had one chance that he needed to score as an experienced striker as he is, but he ended up missing on that ball. Kamaldeen Sulemana, a lot of work to be done on Kamaldeen Sulemana. Still, he has not impressed me in the colors of the Black Stars, and you need to work on his decision making. Just look at what Nuamah did, and just look at what Kamaldeen did. There are a lot of things. As an attacking midfielder, at times he came in as a left winger, as a right winger, but still, I didn't see the best from Kamaldeen Sulemana. He can still do better. Prince Kwabenedu, once again, he proved that at any position, he can support the Black Stars. He was a winger. Later on, he came in as an attacking midfielder. He was supporting in terms of defending, and everything was perfect. Thomas Tekweku-Partey, yes, I really understand what happened. Though, if it was to be a major game, he would have gotten a red card, but he was trying to help us defend correctly against Wolves in the first half. Hadn't it been his efforts in the first half, it would have been a different story at the end of the game. So Partey, kudos. I know he can do better, and what he can also prove to us. Elisha Owusu, for the very first time in the colors of the Black Stars, has proven to us personally he has done his best for the Black Stars, and I know he can still do better going into the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. Abdul Fattah Isaku, he can also still do better. Those over elaborations and others, they need to be worked on by Abdul Fattah Isaku, being very concise, precise, and everything in his decision. These are some of the things we expect from him as a winger and also supporting the team to defend. With Gideon Mensah, he had a good rating, though he had better performance in the second half. But at the start of the first half, things were not in that order for Gideon Mensah. He needs to work on his runs, defending, and also clearance so that everything can be perfect for him. Jerome Opoku, he picked up an injury, but I don't know how extensive the injury is. I will keep you updated in my subsequent videos. He did well in terms of giving out passes, long passes, attributes as a center back. He did extremely well, but defending, it was quite shallow from his side. And he can also improve on Jonas Ejei-Ajete. I've already spoken about him. Marvin Senai, I've spoken about him. For Lawrence Atizigi, he has also proven to us that when he's being given the time and the mandate to work on, he can do the job to the maximum satisfaction of we Ghanaians. Other players came through to perform, to showcase what they can do. Benjamin Asai came in. He considered a goal. Kwesi Sibu also came in. I'm not much impressed with his performance. Brandon Thomas Asante, he helped in scoring the first goal. You've all had a full glare on your screens. Ernest Nuamah, he was superb. I do love his movement and everything. I am not the only one who saw this spectacular performance from Ernest Nuamah's cameo. Even the legendary Asamoah Gyan did. These are some of the writers from Asamoah Gyan at his official Twitter page. Before the game, he tweeted this: "Let's get behind the Black Stars of Ghana. Good luck, guys." And in the course of the game, after that dominance from Ernest Nuamah and Kale Prenchi, he posted this: "Ernest Nuamah making the difference at right there. Fire, fire, fire. I am impressed in the second half." With everything from Asamoah Gyan on your screens. So this is quick one about Asamoah Gyan's take with Ernest Nuamah's performance in the second half for the Black Stars. Christopher Barbones, he also did well. Kale Prenchi, he did well. Ali Dusedu, I didn't see the best out of Ali Dusedu. He even had a yellow card. Iñaki Williams also came in. I didn't see those movements from Iñaki Williams. Abdul Moment came in to replace Jerome Opoku, and he also started dominating at the back lines. But I want to see more of who he is and how beneficial will be to the Black Stars team. Baba Rahman also came through, and the criticism continues. So that is it from the performance of the players. We have a lot of things to work on. I've already discussed some with you. Whatever you think that you also have in your mind, share them decently in the comment box. What we can do now is to rally behind the team, but we have to be very honest with them. if they are doing things and they are not working right for us, we will come here to criticize. Of course, they can take something or some things from these criticisms and know how best they can move on, improve, and do their best. It is what it is for the Black Stars. Our next pre-workout friendly game will come out with the confirmed details. But let's see the next game for us, especially the first game against Panama in the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asiedu, and my amazing graphic designer, John. Let's meet in the next one. As the Frenchman will say, au revoir.